Illuminated Bible Story Book for Young People by Elizabeth Morton. Printed in the U.S.A., copyright 1927, published by the John C. Winston Company, Chicago, Philadelphia, Toronto. Includes 20 colored illustrations. Today's reading is Jesus Blesses Little Children. Once when Jesus and his disciples were returning to Capernaum, the disciples disputed among themselves who would be greatest in Jesus' kingdom. Jesus overheard their quarreling, and when they reached the house in which they were staying, he said to them, "What was it that ye disputed among yourselves by the way?" The disciples did not answer Jesus, for they were ashamed. But Jesus took a little child who was playing near them, and holding him up so that all the disciples might see him, he said, "Unless you turn from your ways and become like this little child, you shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. Only those who are ready to be last here can be high in heaven, and whoever will be gentle and kind and willing to be taught as this little child is, shall be greatest in the kingdom of heaven." Not long after this, Jesus again showed his great love for little children. One day he was preaching in a village near the Jordan River. Some of the mothers brought their little ones to him and asked him to bless them. They pushed in through the great crowds who were listening to the teacher and asked him to put his hand on the children's heads and pray for them. But the disciples who were standing near were much displeased. They thought that Jesus was too busy preaching to bother with the children. So they called the mothers aside and said to them, "Why do you bother the master this way? He is too busy and too important a man to be annoyed by a lot of children. Take these little ones away." Don't you think these mothers were very much disappointed? They had heard so much of Jesus' gentle manner and kindly spirit that they were eager to have him even touch their little ones. But when Jesus saw that the disciples wanted to drive the children away, he was grieved. Holding out his arms to them, he said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for of such is the kingdom of heaven." And then he took the little ones up in his loving arms and put his hands on their heads and blessed them. Jesus knew that the little children loved him and believed in him. He knew also that the children could lead those older than themselves to believe in him too. And just so today he blesses the little ones who come to him. Though they cannot see him, he is always glad to hear them pray. And don't you imagine that the Father in heaven is pleased when he hears his little followers sing, "I wish that his hands had been placed on my head, that his arms had been thrown around me, and that I might have seen his kind look when he said, 'Let the little ones come unto me.'"